Hi guys, and welcome to my channel Voodoo Moto. I am Liz, and today we're going to talk about my 2024 Ducati Panigale V2. So as you can see, my bike is very black with some red accents. I do like it. I love it, actually. I should rephrase that. I did get some parts for the new 2026 and I'm very excited about it. So what I received here is exhaust. That is the biggest item that we're gonna do the video about today, how to install it. And I want to give you a little bit of a background why I opted for the aero exhaust. So I did a little bit of research. I should say did a lot of research. So a Krapovic exhaust, I do love a Krapovic. It is from Slovenia. I'm from the Balkans. We're neighbors. So there is some sentimental value there, I should say. However, the price, full exhaust is about close to 8 grand, a little bit over 8 grand in some websites I've been looking at. And I also went to the dealership to see how much they would charge to install the exhaust. So that was about $1,700. So the cost of the exhaust, the installation from dealership, we're talking about 10 grand. Now, if you have looked at these bikes or maybe thinking about buying one, the 2025 years, they sit taller. So I'm about 5'10". So I do sit very flat-footed on the bike, and I like that. I'm not tippy-toeing. The 2025 sit higher, so I actually tippy-toe on 2025s. So with that being said, the reason I'm saying this is because this bike cost me brand new about 17 grand. Of course, I did add some options to it, such as the maintenance package on the Ducatis, which in my opinion are very important, oil change and all that. So to spend 10 grand on a full exhaust, a Krapovic, I just could not reason with that because that is half the cost of the bike, of the entire bike. So I had a little bit of a difficulty with that. The slip-on is about $4,500 for a Krapovic as well, and that was a little bit a big chunk of change as well. Well, I'd rather take a trip to Europe. That's just me with the 10 grand. So I did the next best thing, which is the aero exhaust. So I did my research. I watched a lot of videos. I actually follow MotoMillion, Manny. So he did install with the aero exhaust, and I did like the way on the black V2, just like mine, same year, he did it, and I really liked the way it sounds, the aero exhaust. It's just a slip-on. If you don't know, aero exhaust comes from a very reputable company. They do make exhaust for the Pagani's cars, and if you know cars, Pagani's are multi-million-dollar cars. So I'm comfortable with that. I will be doing the installation. I do have the stock pipe right now, and all you hear when you ride the bike is motor. Manny said we could do servo body, which is specifically, this part is specifically for my bike. So 2020 to 2024 V2s is this. What this does is when we take off the servo, the factory servo and the factory exhaust, we want to put this on before we turn the bike over. So we'll talk about it when we create the video. But this is what I opted off for instead of the up map. Now up map is something that you can do as well. So it's either or. So here's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this box. We're going to, yep, and I did get it from MotoMillion, from Manny. So there's some goodies from them. Let's see here. What we got here is, I'm excited. So, yeah. All right, I'll put that right here. So it shouldn't be that many parts. From the videos that I watched, it's like 3 pieces. Here is this. So I'm gonna try not to touch it. And it has the carbon ends here, as you can see. So I'm extremely excited. So like that. So I'm just gonna put it back in a box because I don't want it to scratch or dent or anything like that. So this is the second piece here. Now, like I mentioned, this is just a slip-on. And one thing I want to say as well is, let me just get this here, is I'm too excited, I can't even talk, right? So here it is. So it's 2 cans, but it's 2 cans going into one. So I hope that makes sense. And we'll elaborate a little bit more on that when we do the install. So put this back, actually I'm put it over here. So just being careful with all these parts I have here. And then of course, this is the connector right here that connects the 2 pipes together. I try not to touch it with my bare hands, so I'll put gloves on. So there's that. And I think there should be some hardware here. I hope anyways, because yes, of course, because we can't do the job without it, right? So, please make sure you are liking the channel, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to raise the bike up. So we already brought the bike in. What we did is I used the single-sided single-sided swing arm. So this is the pit bull stand. So it just secures the back of the bike and makes it more level for me to work on. And of course it has the wheel chock and all that stuff and the stopper. So the way we do it is we just pump this thing up. And we're still pumping. So if you wonder about the ramp, I did get the ramp from the discount ramps, and this is called Black Widow. So if you want to know more about the ramp and how we assembled it, please make sure you check out a video on that. So what I do here is, this is a safety bar, very important. Anytime you lift anything up, you want to make sure you put a safety bar in here, because that is to prevent anything hydraulic. It can give out anytime, it can go down for whatever reason, so we don't want anything happening. Right out, I want to tell you what tools you will be needing for this project. So you're going to need the hex keys. So it's going to be a size 6, 4, and 3. And then we're using metric here, so you're going to need a wrench, and the size is
13 millimeter.
13, yes, 13 millimeters. So we also gonna we put a servo body here. We're gonna put some gloves on because this is titanium, and titanium, as you know, when it heats up, all the fingerprints they're gonna be on there. They're gonna absorb, but we're gonna clean it, and we'll get to there in a minute. But this is pretty much the tools you're gonna need, and we're gonna start working on removing the factory exhaust here, and
first
we'll
start
go
off with
from
the
there.
panels.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the panels first. So a little secret I gotta tell you, I am learning how to do this, so I'm not gonna be in this journey by myself. Jose is gonna help me, so he's gonna teach me how to do this. It is my bike, and I really want to know how to do things. Now that I'm going to be changing exhaust every week, when I do something, I need to learn how to do it, and I have a good teacher right here, so let's get it going.
Hi, welcome. Don't tell her, but I'm learning as well.
Yep. Listen, this is not a contest, so I hope you're not trying to race me to this. Okay, so first course of action here, what we're going to do is remove these 2 bolts, correct? Three. Okay, I see the one on top. Yep.
And in order to do that, we are going to use a T-wrench. We're not going to use the Allen.
We're not going to use the Allen, okay.
We'll use this socket right here.
All right. Okay.
It's already set up.
Put it in here. Do I need to remove the bolt all the way and then
Completely, yes. So once you break it loose,
Yeah.
take it off of here, and you spin it like this.
Ah, okay, that's easier. Thank you. Maybe.
Sometimes they're too tight, but these are
It's
fairly
tight,
loose.
but I got it. Okay, so this one I put in this tray here, and then I have one more.
Nope.
Here. No?
Right there.
Oh, I didn't see that. How come I didn't see that?
I don't know what you're looking for.
Bolts.
You did that by hand? You didn't use the socket.
You said I could do it like this.
Is there another one? There's 4?
There's 4. There's one more here on top. Oh, this one is tight.
Then use a ratchet.
I already broke it loose though,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit tighter. Okay.
Formed with the plastic.
Yeah, almost out. Yeah, out. The good news is I have tiny hands. So, okay, so servo is loose. Now what?
Got a
Okay, so this is really dark here. When I have to unclip. So I'm gonna have to cut that, right? It's really tight. Okay. So that's the servo. And then we gotta,
Wait, I guess not. It's different. You don't have to cut this. This is just connected.
that's just gonna, okay.
Okay, so none of this is, it was just
So I
connected
think
by the
this
zip
is
tie.
this is where the servo eliminator goes.
Yep.
Servo buddy. Okay. All right, so now,
We do have to cut this as well.
okay, so another zip tie for the servo. Okay.
And then we gotta start loosening some bolts.
Okay, there is what do we have? 4 bolts?
4 bolts, 4 main bolts to hold the exhaust.
The exhaust, right? So we started with the servo first.
But in order to get to this bolt, which is hidden,
Ooh, let me see that bolt.
see that bolt up under
Oh,
there?
yes.
We're gonna have to move the rear sets, remove the rear
Okay,
sets.
so how do we do that?
Well, hopefully this is a long enough Allen key because it's in a tight place.
Okay.
The kickstand down.
Oh, that's hard to see in there.
Oh shit, it's tight.
So got the rear set out of hung it here, out of the way. So there's a bolt in here. So I put an Allen key in here already. So that's one to be loosened. The servo, of course, is out of the way. So we have another, there's 2 more bolts here. So I got the Allen key set up here. This is 6. So the bolt is kind of tucked in there. And then there's one more that we're probably going to come from the bottom here because as you can see, the exhaust is right in the way. This is really tight here and very awkward to get to. So here we go. It's like almost inching it little by little. So, but I got it broken loose, so it's coming up. Okay, so now that we have, this is the last bolt to loosen. So we have to put 2 extensions together in order to be able to reach down here. And it's coming off right now. A little bit of a strange spot to be in. So, but we'll get it out. Okay, so now we're had 3 bolts underneath here. I have the 2 out, so this is the last one. And what's going to happen now is the exhaust should drop down. We're probably going to give it a little bit of a tug. And then there is this bracket here, right?
Yep. So this bracket will slide down
Okay.
from this plate right here.
Okay. So that was so the little bolt broke from the top, the one that I was doing right here. So it broke off. So Jose had to help me, but that's what was holding the exhaust pretty much, this little bracket.
The last of this clamp.
Yeah. So now we got that dropped.
4 main structures plus this big clamp.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna drop this down. And
Okay.
we're gonna slide the exhaust out.
Oh, I see.
And
Oh,
I've seen a video where the guy takes off the whole panels.
the heat shields,
The
right?
heat shields, yes. And that is totally unnecessary. You just drop these, unscrew these 3 bolts, and drop this down, bolt this
And
back
it
up.
slides right out. So it saves you some trouble. For sure. My gosh, let me see that thing.
That is a lot of weight.
That is a hunk of metal. Look at that. Wow.
That is crazy, but it's emission friendly. That is what it has to have to get over here.
So here is the thing. What I am happy to see is that everything is dry. Was a little bit concerned.
Yeah, because we thought you had a leak a while back.
Yes, a while back I had a and I don't know if it was maybe just a residue, it was a brand new bike or whatever, but here we are. So
do we run a full header and just run it like that?
no, we do not.
That'll heat your tire up real well.
Sure. Yeah, my name. So we got our brackets hung. So this was a little bit tough to get in here, but it's in here loosely. Okay, so that's very important. You just hang them in there loosely. So we got this side here. We also got this piece here, this carriage nut installed, and then the bracket put on here. And then we also got this bracket here, which is also a tough one, a little bit behind the chain and stuff. The good news is we got this out of the way, so it kind of gives you a little bit more freedom, so to speak. But before we go on anywhere else, what we're gonna do next is this right here, because we removed the servo, the factory servo, right, the factory exhaust. So we need to plug in our servo body. And I want to do that now because what happens if you install the new exhaust, right, or slip on or new exhaust, and then you go in and start up the bike, so the check engine light will come on. And if you go after that and install a servo body, the check engine light will stay on. It's going to take quite a few cycles to go off. So, and remember, we're using a servo body and we're not using the up map. So you can do either or. So we opted for a servo body. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to install that. It's very simple. You just plug and play basically. So it's one of these things. You put it right here, line it up. You clip it in. Right here. Clipped. You hear the click. And now this here, you see the hole right here? It actually came factory like that. So we're gonna feed a zip tie through here, right here. I learned all this today, by the way. I feed the zip tie, and then I don't want it to get burned, so we're going to kind of mount it right here. Now I know we have excessive amount of zip tie, but that's okay because we can always cut it. So I'm just gonna feed it through here. Get it loop in. I might need a little bit help, but might not. Yeah, a little bit of help. So that's it. So we're maybe a little bit tighter. Thank you. And that's pretty much it. So we'll cut the axis here. And we got that in place. And we'll continue putting the exhaust together. Okay, so we are getting ready to hang the new exhaust. So it makes it easier to work with 2 hands because it's a little bit tricky. So especially with the clamp here. So it's easier when 2 people, one is holding. So this extra set of hands is good. So right here, I put this nut on there. Hold on just a second.
Yep.
I gotta take it off. I put it together. So it's not tight. So I did something wrong. It's not closed.
Wiggle it, wiggle it.
Yeah.
Out there. No.
Okay, right here. No, something is not coming.
No, you're not on there. You're not on there.
Yeah.
Do it. Close it. Lock it on. I got it. I got
It's
it.
lined up?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not, the screw is not going through. I'm doing something wrong.
You gotta just squeeze it together. Take the screw out before I squeeze it together.
Oh, sorry.
Now try it.
No. I can see what the problem is. Hold on.
Front.
right here, it's not lined up on the back end of it.
Don't move it around, let it. You gotta hold it firmly.
Now I think it's better.
Try it.
So that definitely looks better. Oops. Mix the hole. I see that's a lot more bite down here. So I'm putting the washer. Now I'm gonna put the nut on here. Okay, that's
When
it.
I'm over here, I'm gonna mount up this hanger.
Okay.
Not lining up right.
So I wonder if that's okay here.
No, it's not you doing that.
Okay.
It's like it's gotta come up just.
Yeah, I think this needs to come loose again.
So we're gonna do it. Okay,
So
take this off. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna get this going over here first.
yeah,
Hold it.
hold it. Okay. Yeah, that seems.
Let's see if this gets it better.
Yeah. Can I still?
Now, well, no, now there's a big gap.
Yeah.
It's like it's got to twist a little bit.
To go on.
See the gap up here?
Yeah, I do. I see it from this side too. Should we try to put the back piece first?
No. What we have is failure to communicate. It's hitting over here too as well. It's hitting your oil pan. So maybe. Martin, put that down so I can get it screwed there. Yeah, just like that.
You good?
Put it right there. Go. Washer too, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, on. Yeah.
Go in. Screw that. This one in here.
Mm-hmm.
It should be this right here.
The washer goes on the outside.
Yes.
Loosely.
Mount that glass out. That up in there. Wow, pretty tight. Yeah, that's right.
It's right. Okay, I'll hold it so that way you can film that.
with this is. I don't get why that's there. I know that's to keep the plastic off, but I didn't see it in any other videos. Okay. Keep on going. We got this tight, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not tight, but it's...
Not tight, yeah.
Okay, so now what we have to do...
The spring, right?
No, we gotta... Yes. The spring. We're not gonna tighten anything down yet. You gonna do it?
Yeah. So...
You got that? Hook that on there. Pull it. Pull it. Hook it on there. You gotta push it towards it, Ella. You can't just pull it, eh? Other side?
Yeah.
Same thing?
I just go on the other side. Does it matter?
Nope. You want that to show? Sure. I don't think it's all the way in.
So we got everything bolted on. Everything is all set. There's one thing to do before we put all the plastics on and try out the new exhaust, which I'm very, very excited. So what we definitely want to do is use some alcohol, because we've been working, even though we have gloves, but we've been touching the new exhaust. And what happens is all the fingerprints and the oils, they're gonna, when the exhaust heats up, they're gonna leave those markings on the exhaust, and that's not something we want. So I'm gonna get some alcohol on here. You can also use WD-40, right?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. So
I've heard. I haven't seen me do it, but I've
what
heard.
I do is we're cleaning all this stuff up, everything, both sides, and we are also going to take out the silencer.
Silencer?
Yes.
Ma'am.
So while I'm doing this, for the silencer, we can do that now, right? Or we're gonna,
can.
yes. So for the silencer, I'm going to use two needle nose pliers. One to get the clip out, and the other one to get the actual silencer out. So.
Well, I may only take one needle nose, but it's got to be a narrow needle nose to
Yeah.
fit into this clip right here.
Yeah. Aha. There it goes.
Had to manipulate it a little bit, but it works. There it comes.
Oh. So the project is complete. We're just rolling it out now. We're gonna put it on a stand. Exhaust is in. I'm very excited about this. Okay, the moment of truth here.
It's gonna be a great sound.
So let's see. Whew. You ready? I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing. Wow. That is loud.
That is awesome. That is what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You want to hear the bike, not just the motor.
Oof.
But the exhaust makes
I'm
it.
excited. I'm excited to take it for a ride. Not tonight. Not tonight. It's too late, and neighbor's gonna freak out.
They all probably ran to the windows. What the hell is that? Well, they know that we have the Ducatis, but
yeah. So
not so late.
Super excited for tomorrow. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.